Hello and welcome back to the A to Z of Eurovision with ESC Fan TV, and we're all the way up to episode 5 and we're on the H's. We're starting with Hungary. So we saw Sean earlier on in episode 1 with Andorra. Let's welcome him back. Hello Sean.
Hello, how are you?
Alright, not too bad.
Good, you haven't aged a bit since the last episode.
Neither of you.
Magic, that.
It's amazing. It's unbelievable. So we're up to Hungary. If you haven't watched the other 4 episodes, make sure you go back, have a watch, ding a dong our bell, and let us know what you thought of them. See if you agree with see if you agree with the dogs that seem to don't like Hungary for some reason. I'm not sure why. So anyway, Hungary, they competed in the contest until 2019. And then they didn't bother airing it again after that. They thought, no, we're done with it. We're not having none of it. They said it's because of financial difficulties, but everyone that's ever heard of Eurovision knows better than that. Hopefully, they'll come back very soon because they were really good. I enjoy a lot of Hungary.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm always hungry. So anyway, shall we get into it? Let's have a look what Sean picked as his number 3.
You wanna dance with me tonight? The way you move and how you groove, somewhere out of sight. With a little luck, I'm gonna meet you on the dance floor. Just by the way you move, you make me beg for more. Lose your emotion, don't you be shy tonight. Alright, tonight, come on, dance with me, make me lose my way. Take a chance with me, make my body sway. The lights are bright, the mood is raw, and in the middle of the night we dance till we get sore. With the rhythm and the beat I rock you to the core. Rock you. Dance, dance, dance with me. Come on, dance with me, make me lose my way. It's the night way. Dance. Thank you.
Well, there we have it. 2009 Moscow. Zully Adok with Dance With Me came 15th in semi-2 with 16 points. Well, there's a lot to unpack here. Sean, why was that your number 3?
Well, come on, that was epic. What a performance. Right from the very, very start, he gave it everything, and so did the backing dancers as well. The costume reveals, not just him, but them as well. It was just his dance moves. It was just brilliant right from the word go. I love the backing singers as well. That actually sound a bit like Orville. If from the UK, you'll know who Orville is. But if you're not from the UK, it was a ventriloquist puppet. I like how they sang, tonight. It just sounded like Orville. And I love a lyric in this. One of my favourite lyrics in any Eurovision songs. In the middle of the night, we'll dance till we get sore. I mean, it's just brilliant, isn't it?
Well, maybe they're in heels. You know, it doesn't take a lot of dancing in heels before you get a sore toe. Yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me if he has wore heels. But I mean, everything like the wrist wraps, you know, and the backflips. It's just epic. I think he must have come from like a holiday camp background or something, or a cruise ship or whatever. But he's just brilliant, and I just love watching that performance from start to finish. I've got a big smile on my face, and it's just 3 minutes of absolute cheesy camp fun. And it's brilliant. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I can't believe that it didn't qualify. The amount of jeopardy that was in that performance in 3 minutes was unbelievable. Will the trousers come off properly? Will he be able to do his little flips properly? You know, there was so much that could have absolutely just gone wrong with that, and it went perfectly on the night. And he wasn't rewarded. It was. Oh, we need to email somebody and tell them that they've got it wrong.
They need to get him on like a Eurofest or at Eurobash or something like. Do you know what I mean? Or what's it called? Amsterdam Calling or something like that. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, I don't think his knees are probably still up to it, to be fair. It was a while ago.
And he's broke that
careful.
woman's wrist as well, so she's out.
Yeah, she's never recovered from that now. She'll never be able to get a tin off a top shelf again. So let's see who Sean picked as his number 2. There we have it, 2011 Dusseldorf. Katie Wolf with What About My Dreams came 7th in semi-1, 22nd in the final with 53 points. Tell us about Katie, Sean.
This song has firmly rooted itself in Eurovision history as being one of those massive dance anthems. You go to any Eurovision night, this is going to be played, and everybody, including me, is up dancing. It's a sight to behold, I tell you. But it is just epic from word go. She's got an amazing voice, such a powerful voice. I loved what she was wearing, the flowing, blue frock. The dancers were absolutely brilliant. I just absolutely love this song. It's timeless. It's classic. It's just an epic Eurovision song. This is completely robbed on the night. They deserved a much higher placing than what they got. Absolutely gutted for Katie there, but it's just absolutely fantastic. What an absolute classic banger.
It's a classic Eurovision banger. I think you could put that in to this year's Eurovision and it'd probably be top 10.
Oh, God, yeah, definitely.
It's not really aged at all. It's just one of those songs that keeps on giving. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And she was definitely robbed. We'll email somebody about that one as well, shall we?
We're going to be busy. We're going to be busy.
We're going to be busy. So that's your top 2. Let's see who won.
When you need to run away from what other people say, for love, you feel mistreated. A million hearts of a million people. We proud you are going to be real. There's a million lies in a million tempos. It's only fear becoming pioneer. Approval is flow within. Million hearts of a million people. Million lies in a million tempos. It's only fear becoming pioneer. You should know. You should know.
So there we have it, 2016 Stockholm, and that's Freddie with Pioneer. Came 4th in semi-1 and 19th in the final with 108 points. Why is that your favourite, Sean?
Oh, sorry. Well,
Dreamy Freddie.
Well, I mean, that is a plus, isn't it? But shock horror, Sean hasn't chosen a cheesy pop song. This is powerful pop, isn't it? It really is. I love his husky voice. He's got such an amazing voice. It's a song. It's about people having doubts about their self-confidence, and it's such an important message and a beautiful song. And I really love some of the lyrics as well in the song. Your enemy might be your own mind. Be proud you were born to be real. It's just a really well delivered message and a powerful song. Another lyric, it says, "It's only fear, become a pioneer." And I just love the positivity about it. And it's just so powerfully delivered, and his vocal is absolutely stunning, and he's just so lovely to watch as well. Let's face it, it was an amazing entry, and it came forth, and I'm just so pleased that Hungary got a good result with this song.
I like the fact that it had interpretive dancing, whistling, and a big drum that the bloke was banging. So it definitely has something for everybody.
Yes.
So yeah, everyone go and watch Hungary. Come back, tell us what your top 3 are. We'd love to know. And that's it. That's Hungary, done and dusted. So we'll see Sean later on in the alphabet. So until then, bye, Sean.
Bye.
And next we move on to Iceland, which is Nick. Hi, Nick.
Hi, Michelle. So nice to be back again.
Oh, good. We've not seen you since the very first show for the very first songs. So it's nice to see you again.
I'm on my 3rd cup of coffee already.
And on that note, we'll kick off with Nick's 3rd place Iceland song. And that was 2019 in Tel Aviv. That was Hatsari with Hadrid Munsigra. Hate Will Win. Came 3rd in semi-1 and 10th in the final with 232 points. Nick, why do you like Hatsari?
Well, although I'm really not, I'm a very positive person, and I do believe that Hate Not will win. But this was such a tickling performance, a tickling song. It was so heterosexual and homosexual at the same time. I didn't know that was possible, but it was so. I really thought it had something for everyone. And that's a winning combination for a good Eurovision song. Plus, it had never done before. Maybe in 97, when Paul Oscar was for Iceland with Mean Hinsty Dance. But it was, times 10 in intensity. I really enjoyed that. Yeah.
I was there in 2019 in Tel Aviv, and for semi-1, me and Phil were at the front at the barrier, and I'm a big fan of not videoing things or taking pictures when you're there. I'm a big believer in you just watch it while it's there.
Yeah.
Someone else has videoed it on YouTube far better than you ever will. So just watch it. But I did take a picture of Hatsari because I wasn't sure what was going on. I didn't know if I liked it, and I thought I'm never going to see this again. Yeah. And that was the only picture that I took in the arena of a group was Hatsari. But they just, I don't know what it is about them. They're captivating.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it.
Exactly. And I would never put it on the record at home, but if I hear it in the arena, if I hear it somewhere else, I'm going mad. Yeah,
it's very visual. You need to see the visuals with it as
yeah,
well.
exactly.
I think 10th in the final, that's pretty good. Well, we'd bite somebody's arm off to come 10th in a final.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. Yeah.
So I think they did really well. I think they did a lot better than we thought they would.
Agreed.
Let's see what your number 2 is. And there we go back to 1992 Malmo. And that was Heart to Heart with Nay Ede Ja. Came 7th in the final with 80 points. Nick, what do you like about that?
Well, imagine it's 1992. Little Nick is 11 years old, and he sees two blonde fairies from Iceland who a bit look like mom, but has this infectious, nice, cheery, bubbly song that kind of reminds you of ABBA, but is something a bit more different but it's so catchy, and my inner gay child just bursted out. This is such a guilty pleasure for me. I really, really love it.
Was it at that point you realised you might be gay?
I was wondering why men looked at me in a funny way when I totally sang and danced to this song. So it might give a clue.
It's the most late 80s, early 90s
performance
that I've ever seen in my life.
Exactly.
They both look like, I don't know, like secretaries that have gone out for a night out, in matching sort of outfits, and with the hair, it's the tights and the shoes that do it.
It's like office party going crazy. Yeah. Well, and also, the one with the yellow skirt has a red heart, and the one with the red heart has a yellow heart with a red. Yeah. No. Anyway, it was totally matchy. And they were sisters in real life, I guess, as well.
Oh, okay.
They probably danced a lot in their mom's basement, or practicing everything correctly for the Eurovision. Yeah.
It makes me smile every time I see it. I just smile all the way through. It's like the most cutest thing ever. It's brilliant, and you can't help but bop along to it.
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant. I love it. Absolutely love it. So let's see what Nick picked his number 1. Is that your favorite Icelandic song?
Well, to be honest, there could be no other number 1 for Iceland for me personally. It's still, when I heard this clip just a while ago, it still gives me goosebumps. The song itself isn't that special. It's just a B C, it ticks all the boxes ballad. But in the hands of that woman with that voice, with that modulation, it gets me every time. It's such a great. It builds up so smoothly that when it punches you, it really does, And then you started to cry. You started to, and you think, what happened? And that really was remarkable, and it almost happens to me every time. And to be,
she sings it so well.
Yeah, and actually, in 2011, she sang "Not" in the Songkafapinen, and with that song, it's understandably she didn't win that year because of Shawnee, but that song is even more beautiful. I really, really love Johanna.
It's a shame that Iceland haven't won yet, but you know,
Mhm.
it must happen sooner or later. But I
If
think
they,
she sings it just so beautifully, and she looks like, well, nowadays, see, she'd look like out of Frozen. She looks like Elsa out of Frozen.
yeah,
But that
yeah.
didn't exist. That didn't exist then, so it can't be a copy. But that's
No,
brilliant.
maybe Elsa was inspired by her.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
never know. Wouldn't surprise me. They're always thieving everything, aren't they?
Exactly. Eurovision is the inspiration for everything.
Yes, it is. I agree completely.
Mm.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Nick. We'll see you later on in the alphabet. But for now, it's bye.
Bye.
Okay, and now this is a turn up for the books. Role reversal, because Michelle has chosen her favourites from Ireland. We're on the letter I. It's Ireland. Hi, Michelle.
Hello. This is unusual. Not sure
It
I
is,
like
isn't
it.
it? I know you're on the other side.
Mm.
What's going on there? You got 3 brilliant Ireland songs that you've picked as your top 3. Shall we have a look at your first one, at your third place?
Yes.
This is Michelle's third favourite Ireland song.
Look before you leap right into love, my friend. Love that makes you laugh, love that makes you cry. Before you really understand it, it can make you live, it can make you die. Bridges to be crossed, and there'll be teardrops to be lost. You will have to bear the cost. Just wait and see. Oh yeah, there are many rainbows on the way. Days are maybe bright or maybe gray. So when you fall in love, the wages of love, the wages of love, the wages of love. Just wait and see the wages of love.
My goodness, 1969, and Michelle was only 12 years old at that age. I'm sorry, Michelle. This was before you were born, right?
Yes, definitely before I was born.
That was Muriel Day and the Lindsays, The Wages of Love for Ireland. It finished 7th place with 10 points. Does it sound weird saying that? 7th place was 10 points out of 16 entries. Tell us all about it, Michelle. Why is that your third favourite?
Oh my goodness me, I love it. She's singing about the wages of love, which are, do you know what? It's going to be a bit shit. As soon as you fall in, it's for the ladies. As soon as you fall in love, ladies, oh, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. But sometimes there'll be rainbows. So basically, she's saying your life's over, but every now and again, something nice might happen. But she's singing it with a big smile on her face. She's kicking her legs and her arms around. She's got a big green dress. This is the year before, 1968, was the first year that Eurovision was broadcast in colour.
Yeah.
So she's gone, do you know what? If you can see me, you're going to see me. It's hideous, that dress. I love it so much. And it's got a bit of sequins in it. And she's throwing herself around. She's singing it with vigour. And it's such an upbeat performance for such a miserable song. And I
It
thought,
is really.
yeah, I thought this is brilliant. I'm going to have this. It was either this or Dusting the Turkey. And I thought, so I thought, yeah, you know what? We'll go for this. I don't know what happened to Muriel Day. I'm assuming that she got married and the tears that she were on about are probably still happening now when she thinks of what could have been if she'd not bothered. But yeah, it's awesome. You don't get that nowadays. You'll never see that on a Eurovision stage again. And 3 backing singers were dressed like nanas. It was ace.
Have we done on ESC Fan TV Retrovision from 1969? Have
No,
we
but
done
I've got
that
a feeling
one?
we could be.
We could do that, and you could have to wear that green dress or something similar. I'm sure you'd run something fantastic up.
I think I've got something similar.
It was a really sort of tight year as well, wasn't it? Because that's the year, of course, we had 4 winners. You know, we had Netherlands, France, Spain, and the UK. Lulu, boom, bang, bang, all tying for number 1 with 18 points.
That's it. She was only 8 points behind the winners.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. I actually love this performance. I love the green dress. I love how she just walks onto the stage at the beginning. As soon as that music starts, she's swinging the microphone around, and yeah, it's a lovely, happy, clappy song, even though it's a bit of a, you know, not that much of a happy message. But yeah, I like it. And I like it when it slows down, and then it feels like one of those songs you can do the can to. Da, 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 kick, da, kick. Oh, yeah, it's just really fun. Third favorite out of all Ireland songs. I mean, they've had 7 winners. It's a bit of a weird one to pick, but it's your choice. You're entitled to it.
It was a weird one to pick, but I did go all the way back to the beginning and watched everything just to see, because I mean, everyone was expecting Dustin the Turkey, so yeah. I thought, yeah, this is brilliant. I love it, absolutely love it.
Well, okay, you might have some explaining to do about your number 2. Shall we take a look?
Yeah.
Michelle's second favourite Ireland song.
This is bound to go down as the world. I am close to the borderline. I know this is bound to go down as the big
Jedward, Waterline from 2012. It was in Baku in Azerbaijan. It finished 6th in semi-final 1, and in the grand final finished 19th place with 46 points. Now, Michelle, got a bit of a bone to pick with you here, because the year before, 2011, they finished they finished 8th with that song in Dusseldorf. Why not choose that one over Waterline?
Well, as you're aware of creepy twins singing about women together, Waterline is the least creepy twin one. The lipstick one is a bit, ooh, really?
Okay.
Plus, I love a wet Jedward. Who doesn't love a wet Jedward?
I know. I put down on here, she's gone for the wet Jedward.
I have. Someone give those 2 lads a bag of Haribo and let them do Eurovision. It's brilliant. If you watch Lipstick, they were uncontained and slightly wild and roaming the stage doing random things because that's what Jed would do. Whereas in this one, they said, put them in tinfoil, make them look like knights, tinfoil knights. We're going to put them on a plinth to start off with. They can get off the plinth, but only on that little bit, and keep them there. And then they have to go back onto the plinth for the water and everything. It was all about the containment of Jedward.
I wonder if they're on baby reins that you couldn't see, you know?
Because if you let them go, that's it. You're not going to see. They've split. They've gone. They were kicking the leg in the air. They had cartwheels. They had sort of flips. They weren't the best flips in the world. So they'd let them have a little mad moment. But it was all about the containment of Jedward. And that's what I think is brilliant. Because if you can contain the Jedward, you're on to a winner.
We were in the same hotel as them in Amsterdam, weren't we, in April for the preview party? And yes, I'm not telling you a lie. You could not buy a bag of Haribo anywhere because they've got them all.
They have to keep them on just a level. It's like, oh, Jedward, no, you need a Haribo, Jedward. You're calming down too much. But I mean, actually in Amsterdam, do you remember one of them ripped his shirt and then jumped into the audience, and I was stood there and he came over and I rubbed his chest. Oh, and he was sopping wet. I've touched an actual wet Jedward.
Yeah. Have you washed since?
I definitely have. I've scrubbed.
I love this song, actually, to be fair. I mean, I really do like, I love Lipstick. This one's, it's not quite as good as Lipstick, but it's still a damn good song. And the energy that the boys have, you can't fault it. I love the kind of sci-fi kind of outfits. I do miss the tall hair trademark on this song. They've got floppy hair. I like tall hair, Jedward.
Yeah, but they're going to have wet hair at the end, so you don't know what. You don't know if that'll repel it or what will happen to the hair if they got it high.
Yeah, but they never needed to do a reprise. They wouldn't have won. Let's face it. So they wouldn't have had to do a you know.
Oh, Jedward are my absolute favourite. You get your money's worth.
You do get your money's worth with Jedward. They are fantastic entertainers. Great couple of lads. I really hope, if they do end up watching this, who knows, that they're going to give Eurovision another try some point. It'd be so good. A Jedward Bambi Thug mashup. That's what we want.
I would pay good money to see that.
Well, yeah, who wouldn't? No, you know what? It's that time to find out your favourite Ireland Eurovision song of all time. Let's see. What song was Michelle's number one?
Don't close your heart to how you feel. Touch me the way you used to do. I know tonight could be all I'll have with you. So tonight, let's fill this memory. Hold me now, don't cry, don't say a word, just hold me now and try to understand it. I hope at last you found what you've been searching for. Though I won't be there anymore, I will always love you. Hold me now, and I will know though we're apart, we'll always be together forever in love. What do you say when words are not enough? What can I say when my words are not enough?
Wow. I mean, Eurovision royalty right there. Sir Johnny Logan. Or to give him his real birth name, Sean Patrick Michael Sherrard. Did you know that?
Yes. Born the 13th of May, 1954.
In Australia?
Yes. It was in Frankston, Victoria in Australia.
And now he's 70 years old, bless him.
Oh, God, I love him so much.
He's fantastic and he's such a nice man. Tell me what you love about this song.
Oh, this was in 1987, so I was 13. And my mum and dad had gone to the pub, left me in charge. What do you do? What do you do at 13? I'm going to watch Eurovision. And it was the first Eurovision I ever watched from start to finish. And oh my goodness, as a 13-year-old girl, Johnny Logan was quite lovely. He had the beautiful white 80s suit. It couldn't be any more 80s if he tried. And he came on at the end and he sang his song and he sang it with such passion. It made you take note of it. And at the end, he's going, I can't sing anymore. And you're going, oh, Johnny, you're delicious, Johnny. I love you. And he put his arms around the backing singers and he was blowing kisses to everyone. And he meant it. It meant the absolute world to him. And I thought, I want to do something like that where, I've never had that feeling, but it was just phenomenal. It really, really, it affected me. And since then, I've loved Eurovision. And it is just because of Johnny Logan. And I know everyone goes, oh, it's Johnny Logan, meh, meh, meh. But to me, it's Johnny Logan. And you've seen in the actual flesh how Johnny Logan has affected me when I saw him a couple of years ago. and sprinted, and he still had his leather trousers on, and he's still a silver fox, and he was just so gracious and nice, and he thanked everybody for his life. He said, if it wasn't for you lot, I wouldn't have the life that I've got. And you think, oh, why can't Johnny Logan be my dad? It's so delicious and lovely, and the emotion. I've never seen anybody sing with that sort of emotion.
Yeah. I completely agree with you. Just to go over the stats, because we didn't, I missed that at the beginning. He finished first place, of course, in 1987. The contest was in Brussels. He had 172 points, and it was Johnny's second victory, of course. He won in 1980 with What's Another Year. Homie now chopped the torch in Ireland, in Israel, and in Belgium, and was top 10 and top 20 in, maybe nearly 24 countries around the world. I completely agree with you here, Michelle. It's well deserved to be Ireland's #1 Eurovision song. It is stunning to watch even now. You watch it and he maintains the eye contact with the camera all the time. You watch the performance and it's almost like he's singing it to you. He's that emotional. The eyes, you believe every word he's singing. And yeah, it's really emotional in places, and it just is a phenomenal song and an amazing performance. I think you chose the right song there.
Can I have that in writing?
Yeah, you can. You can.
If anybody watching this is going, oh, Johnny Logan, you need to go and watch the reprise, not his original final version, but when he comes back on after he's won. You need to watch that version. And Phil, you wanker.
Cut.
Phil, you arsehole. I'm actually being interviewed by Sean. How can I help you? What do you need? Is your tea on? No, it's not.
Love it.
Right, you're ringing me he's ringing me to tell me he's going to go and fill Jeff up because he's low on petrol. Thanks,
okay.
Phil. I love you. Bye. Bye.
And Jeff's the name of the car, just in case there's any doubt there.
Yes, it is. Because he's really high tech, but he's just a bit dull. Well, anyway, love Johnny Logan. Love Phil. Love Jeff. Love Johnny Logan.
Well, let's end it there because that was absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Michelle. A fantastic top 3 there for Ireland. We won't see you later on in the alphabet. That's you done now, I'm afraid. Next on the list, we're going to Israel. And yeah, we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
So next we're moving on to Israel, and we welcome back Martin from Let Me Be the One radio show. Hello, Martin.
Hello, Michelle. Hi, everyone out there. Looking forward to doing top 3 for Israel.
Yeah. Shall we kick off then? This is Martin's number 3. So we go all the way back to 1979 in Jerusalem, and it's Milk and Honey featuring Gali Atari with Hallelujah. Came first, 125 points. It's a classic. Martin, why is this your third?
Yes, and I'm old enough to remember it, so sort of, you might notice this in the top 3s that the older people here might go back a little bit in history. So yeah, absolutely a classic, as you just said. One of my favourite all-time winners ever. And Gally, the female lead there, having her, she's more or less the main thread throughout that song, and they harmonised so beautifully with her. And also, it's the orchestra. I mean, obviously, we forget in times past, the orchestra did have a massive influence, and you got the percussion and the brass coming in as you go on. And at the end, it's just amazing. And you know, have a look at the video again when you've got time on YouTube, and you got the bloke with the little bells, tubular bells, right in front of them, and the orchestra just dinging along, and that it just adds to it. And yeah, it's one of those that just sticks in your head, and obviously you can listen to the English version and sing along to that. But yeah, it's a beautiful song, and yeah, it's my favorite, one of my favorite winners ever, and that's why it got in my top 3.
That's brilliant. It is an absolute Eurovision classic. If you're into Eurovision and you've never heard of this, you're not really into Eurovision. And everyone knows the word. You know, you sort of nodding along, and it builds along to it, and it's brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. That's a brilliant choice, Martin.
Thank you.
Let's see who your number 2 is.
I love you. I love you. Once upon a time, I was looking for a sign. But your mama, show the way, you'll be my guide. Makala kumade, masa. Tonight is our story. We celebrate the glory. We have no shame. Happy birthday, I won't leave me. Otani your head, I'm not ashamed to love you. Tonight I'm gonna find you. I call your name. Uskasta. Be what the hello now the I love you.
And that was 2020. Obviously, going to be the forgotten year of cancellation from Rotterdam, unfortunately. And that was Eden Allen with Feka Libby. Martin, why is this your number 2?
Well, as you say, 2020, I think we missed out on an amazing year when you look at who would have been going. And of those that I play a lot from that year, it's Ben and Tam from Denmark, Ulrika from Norway, and this one. And this is incredible for me. And I know we've only got the national final, so to speak, to look at. That was her high point in a way. And she's got the 2 backing singers, the 3 dancers, and it really all connected. And even though the staging looks so cheap, as though it's almost been plucked out of a wardrobe out the back somewhere, and you can imagine they would have really gone to town on it, but it still looks amazing. And it's just such a catchy song, a phenomenal song for me. And it's got you've got the languages. You've got English, Hebrew, Arabic, and Amharic, which I think is how you pronounce it, which we'd never have heard before. And unfortunately, it didn't get there in the end because she didn't sing in that style in 2021. But yeah, for me, I can watch that again and again, and it's really enjoyable. And yeah, I think all the interactions were brilliant, and it's just a shame we never got to see it on the Eurovision stage.
It was an absolute shame that we didn't get to see it. I think it's far, far better than a 2021 song by an absolute mile. I think it would have been easy top 5. So let's carry on to Martin's number 1. Let's see who he picked. that was 2005 at Kyiv. That's Shiri Maimon with Ha, Shakit, She, Nishar, maybe. Came 7th in the semi and 4th in the final. Martin, why is this your favourite Israeli song?
Well, it's my all-time number 4 out of all Eurovision songs. So as you can tell, it's one of my favourites of all time. The ultimate getting over you song. She's sort of just singing right down the camera, smouldering right down the camera. Looks amazing, dressed to kill, wonderful vocals. And yet the staging's so simple because basically they've gone with the singer singing a song in down the camera, but also they include the pianist and the guitarist and the backing singers as well, and it all adds to the mood beautifully. In Israel, in the national final, it's all in Hebrew, and they've changed it so it's 50-50, and that works really well because then I think you pick up totally on what the song's about. In the obviously, you know, if you don't understand Hebrew, you will understand English. And also the Steadicam, because at that time I think it was still fairly new technology, and just being so close to her and going round, and like all of the 2005 concert contest, you could actually see from behind, they do some camera shots and you saw all the crowd with the flags, you know, just getting into it as well. But yeah, I just love that song, so that's the reason why that's my number 1 for Israel.
Brilliant. She did sing it amazing. She looks stunning as well, absolutely stunning. And the simplicity of standing there singing a song, simple staging, if you've got the right song and the right singer, it works every time. And she proved that. She came 4th in the final, which was a bit of a surprise because she came 7th in the semi-final. So you don't often see an upgrade from the semi. You imagine them to be around the same sort of area. So she really did do very well in the final. So that is Israel. Thank you very much, Martin, for your choices. And where can people find your radio show?
Right, my radio show, Let Me Be the One. It's on every Tuesday evening between 8 and 10 on Tuesday night, and that's UK time, so 9 to 11 Central European time. And you can find me on socials. It's at LMBTO Eurovision, and you'll be able to find me on almost everything out there.
Brilliant. Thank you very, very much, Martin. And it won't be very long until we see Martin again, because he's kicking off the very next episode. So we'll see you then. Bye, Martin.
Bye.
And next we move on to Italy. We welcome Mick. Hello, Mick.
Buonasera amici miei, così felici di essere con tutti voi. Spero che ti siano piaciuti le miei prima 3.
Mick, that's
and
beautiful.
That, for all those in Yorkshire, is good evening, everybody. I'm so happy to be here with everyone, and I hope that you like my top 3.
Oh, well, thanks for making the effort, Mick. Nobody else has. That's fantastic.
That's the only bit of Italian I've been trying to learn it for 3 weeks. So,
oh, we appreciate it, Mick. So let's kick off and see who you picked as your number 3.
Aspetto mille scuse, come sempre da te. Sei un fiume di parole dove anneghi anche me. A dirti di sì, fiumi di parole tra noi, prima o poi ci portano via. Un tuo silenzio più complice vorrei. Fiumi di parole tra noi. Fiumi di parole tra noi. Ora parla con lui. Fiumi di parole.
And that's 1997 in Dublin, and Jalise with Fiumi
Fiumi
di
di
Parole. Rivers of Words.
Yeah.
Came 4th in the grand final with 114 points.
Oh.
Mick, what do you love about this one?
Well, how can you pick 3 out of the whole of Italy? I mean, they've been so magnificent, and they were like backwards and forwards in the 90s. And then they came in 97, which with this fabulous, absolutely fabulous song. And then they bugger off for about 15 years. So I've tried to pick my 3 songs which have some meaning to me. And I just fell in love with this one straight away. And if anybody's going to have a river of words in a song, it's going to be Italy. I mean, growing up, French was my Eurovision language. And it's only since Italy have come back that I've begun to appreciate just the beautiful language that it is. And this song just has everything. It's got backing singers who give it some oomph. The 2 singers, what voices they've got. And having seen them in San Marino national final this year, my God, they still look good and they still sound wonderful. So it's just, yeah, it just made me feel it's one of the years where it was like, how can I pick a top 10, you know? And in Italy, we're just right up there, right up there.
Yeah, and 4th is not a bad result, to be fair.
No,
in the 97 year.
Yeah.
But it was
and
beautiful.
I thought that would encourage them to, you know, persevere, but obviously
no. If we came 4th, we'd be happy as Larry, wouldn't we? Going, this is a brilliant result, right?
I'd be over the moon.
Italy go, no, it's not good enough. That's it. We're not doing it.
No, not happy. No.
But she sang it beautifully. She was almost operatic, wasn't she? You know,
yeah.
You could feel the emotion.
Yeah, and blending it in with the backing singers as well. And you know, obviously the guitarist was very easy on the eye as well. So that always
helps. Always helps. So let's have a look who you picked as your number 2.
Sai che cosa penso? Che non dovrei pensare, che se poi penso sono un animale, e se ti penso tu sei un'anima. Ho capito che per quanto io fugga torno sempre a te. Che fai rumore qui, che non lo posso sopportare, questo silenzio innaturale tra me e ma fai rumore, sì, e non ne voglio fare a meno oramai.
It still makes me cry.
It still makes me cry. I'm brimming up now. And that
That's it, yeah.
video,
We'll start again in a sec. Sorry, Sean. That's my favourite version of it.
It is mine too.
Yeah, Sean did it special for me. He messaged me. Said, what do you fancy? That? Right, we can do this, mate. We're professionals. Look at us.
Well, I'll try not to.
We can do this. We can do this. God,
Yeah.
bastards, aren't we? Eh? Right.
Yeah.
And that's 2020 Rotterdam and Diodato with Fire Rumore, Make Noise. Obviously, it would have won, but unfortunately, it was cancelled. So there we go. Mick, why is this only your second favourite and not your favourite?
Oh, well, this could easily have been my favourite of all time because I think certainly in the modern era, there's always seems to be one song that just hits the emotion. And I'll try and hold it together.
Go on, mate, you can do it.
But this one was just so emotional, of the times as well. And I think, like a lot of people, this song just kept everybody going. And the emotion of it all, the story behind it, Diodato voice is just stunning, and the arena, stunning arena for that video. I'm sure they would have done something similar if it had got to Rotterdam. And I know lots of people will say there were two others that were going to win it that year, but I think Diodato would have given them a big run for the money. I think this would have been an absolute jury favourite, and I think it would have hit everybody's emotion as well that year, remembering COVID and the impact it had. And I think a lot of people would have gone for that. And it's one of the Italian songs where even if you don't know the language, the emotion just comes through. And obviously, being in Turin, I was so glad that Diodato had his moment.
It was good. It was good in Turin. I was there as well, mate. I bawled my way all the way through it.
Me too. I'm going to bawl my eyes out now.
I know. But in 2020, I was asked to do a San Remo show, and I'd not watched any of it. And I flicked through and I watched all the songs, and I got to this, and I just started bawling, and it just did something to me. I had no idea what he's on about, but he conveys the story so well, how he sings it, that it just absolutely touches you. And I've been captivated by Italy ever since. I've done San Remo every year since then.
Yeah.
But the one in the Arena di Verona, that's my absolute favorite, and it just sums up the mood of everything. He's singing this beautiful song, and there's nobody there to listen to it, and there's no noise, and it's absolutely perfect.
Yeah, and that adds to it. That adds to it. Yeah,
it does. It does. Right, before we all start bawling, let's see who Mick picked as his Italian number one.
Camminai un po' dietro I passi suoi, l'erba si appoggiò sul vestito mio. Sì, la mia mente disse sì, per paura o per amore, non me lo chiesi mai. Sì. E quando nel suo viso tutto il cielo si scoprì, sì.
That's 1974 in Brighton with Gigliola Cinquetti. Yeah?
Gigliola Cinquetti.
Nice, thanks, Mick. With C, which is obviously yes. It came second in the grand final with 18 points. I've no idea who could have beat her. I've never, no one's ever heard of him again.
No, it was somebody. Yeah. But she
I'm
was
sure
robbed
it'll
anyway.
come to us. Yeah, it'll come to us. Mick, why is this your favourite Italian song?
Well, as I said earlier, the stories behind the three that I picked, but obviously, it doesn't mean I don't like any of the other Italian entries. There have been so many. But this one, 1974, it was the first Eurovision I was able to watch on my own instead of with Mum, because Mum went out. So I was babysitting my siblings. And so I could stay up and watch this and the voting. And it was, again, not knowing what it was about, but the song, it just immediately hit me. When I heard it, I think she was close to last or nearly the last in the running order. And I'd seen all the others and I'd been like, kind of marking it. And there were a few that I was there. Then she came on and it was just the voice, the song. What I like, a ballad, building up nicely. And the backing singers coming in with their bits, wearing the mum's carpets around the legs. And for me, that was the winner. And the eventual winner that year, I didn't even have in my top 4.
Nice. Well, there you go. It just goes to show. It just goes to show.
I think that was an absolutely brilliant year. And I think it was the one year that really cemented my love of Eurovision and brought me to this wonderful competition. And obviously things afterwards have developed from there.
Well, that's it. You've not stopped since. But this is it. There was one year in everybody's life, everyone that loves Eurovision, there's that one year that you go,
yeah,
this is it. It's got me. And then that's it. You're stuck then. This is it. This is our life forever now, Mick.
Yeah. And I
just
remember
just to make you know.
Sorry, I'm talking
no,
over
right,
you.
God, we'll cut that bit. It's fine. I'll just go black screen so he knows. There we go. Go on, Mick.
I was saying, and I always remember my mum and dad coming in from the pub, and my mum wanted Olivia Newton-John to win. So I had to tell her that she came fourth.
It's not a bad result. We'll take fourth.
No, we'll have that again. Good old Olivia. Yeah.
And just to put it in perspective, Mick was babysitting his siblings. I was 2 weeks old.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, I was 2 weeks old.
Well, I'm glad I dyed my hair.
But I thought Gigliola was, she was stunning. That dress was beautiful. And she just sort of sang it. And it's just lovely. Absolutely.
She was so classy. And she could have been the first double winner. She came that close. You know, she won in 1964, was it? And she could have been a double winner before some Irish fella came along.
Oh, my Johnny. Yeah, but this is it. Yeah. But, I mean, things happened. Never mind. Oh, well, never mind. Maybe she'll come back again.
Yeah.
Won't mention that. So that's it. That's the end of Italy. Thank you very much, Mick. We will see Mick later on in the alphabet, but it's also the end of show number 5. If you haven't watched the other shows, make sure you go back, give them a watch. Let us know what you think in the comments. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X, Mastodon. I think that's it. If it's not, just find us everywhere. We're all over the place. But until we see you in episode 6, that's it. It's bye from me and bye from Mick. Bye.
Bye.